Yo, what up? My name's Antonio Kanja. This is Should We Do a Podcast? We're running. Welcome back to the show, Should We Do a Podcast? I am your host, Antonio Kanja. If you're watching, you'll notice it's just me today. If you're listening, same. But yeah, it's a little different this time because I have no guest. But this is the end of the season. I did 10 episodes with 10 different people. That was really just my goal. I had this idea for this podcast, and I thought it would be fun. I wound up doing it. It took me a couple of months to actually put out, between booking people and actually recording and doing everything and editing and putting them up. And it wound up turning out pretty well. I think it did. I had a lot of fun with everybody who wound up being on the show. So thank you, everybody, for being on. Thank you if you listened. So to wrap this up, I just wanted to do sort of a best of, because this project has taken, I started back in October. It's February, so it's taken me about 4 months to do all of this, and I had this idea way back in July. So this has been about 7 months. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with everybody who was on it, and I appreciate every single person. I learned a lot. I learned how to produce this. Learned a lot of editing. But it's been a lot of fun. So I just wanted to thank everybody and play my favorite parts from all of the seasons. These are not in any particular order, but I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun. Thank you again, everybody. I know I keep rambling, but I just really appreciate everybody being a part. If you listened, if you told somebody to listen, just thanks. So yeah, these are the highlights. Run it. Welcome back to the pod. This is the show where
Welcome back.
Welcome to the pod for the first time.
First episode, inaugural episode.
Trying to find out if we should do a podcast. This is Should We Do a Podcast? I am your host, Antonio, and today we have
Edmon Jadu.
All right.
Unless you're applying at a hospital or being a nurse or something, dude. You get your job by people you know.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Except for Petco.
So
doctors.
I did know somebody there too.
Doctors and Petco.
Yeah, doctors and sales associates at Petco. Yeah, I love that job, by the way. I take that job back.
Really?
Your dad made me quit that place.
Really?
Because he got pissed that I worked that Christmas weekend. I took that weekend off because I had to work at Petco. He gave me the week off at Breland.
You were taking care of the gerbil.
He fired me for the week, bro. I swear to God.
Really?
And he goes, "You want to work there? You want to work here?" And I was like, "I don't know, Uncle Bill. I like animals, bro. Maybe I want to be a marine biologist." He's
really?
Like, "No, you come back." I really did.
Oh.
So he dashed my dreams and my paycheck at Petco.
Damn.
Same day.
So did you have to? How'd you quit at Petco?
I stopped showing up. No, I did. Okay, so my buddy Jared, one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Jared Bobkin, by the way, Hell's Kitchen. Do you watch it?
No.
Ever watched it? Do you know the show? It's a
Hell's Kitchen is Gordon Ramsay, right?
Gordon Ramsay's like a contest show where you try to be a sidekick or something. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But my buddy Jared Bobkin, unbeknownst to me, was on that show. I found out later. He was also my manager at Petco.
Wow.
Not a manager. We were on the same level, but they liked him more.
So
if that makes sense.
So you're both sales associates.
He was night shift manager. That's what it was. And they put him in charge of night shift. So it was me, him, and Hal, my buddy Hal. Hal, if you're listening to this, I don't know where you're at, bro. I hope you're doing well. I know Jared is. One time we put a feeder fish out of the feeder. You know what a feeder fish is?
No. Is that the one that's the one that you sticks feed to the side?
No, a feeder fish is a real goldfish that you feed to bigger fish to eat.
Oh,
it's literally a feeder. It's food for bigger fish.
Okay.
So there would just be a tank full of them, hundreds of them, but they're all like dying within the week because they're all just like really bad genetics.
Yeah.
So we had a vending machine with like Coke and Pepsi. But dude, we're fucking assholes. I can't remember. We're saying the story. Hal knows this, so it's not like we're breaking secrets here. I bought him a Coke out of the vending machine, and we're bored at night. There's no customers. We're assholes.
Yeah.
Crack a Coke. Me and Jared are like, dude, put a feeder fish in there, bro. Take a feeder fish. The boy's still moving. Put it in there. We all got cans. You know, we walk up to the register. Hal's at the register this day. Hey, I got you a Coke, bro. I got you a Coke. So we're sitting back watching. Worst day of my life, bro. I felt immediate regret the second he drank it, bro. Because it had fish oil, fish juice, was all in the Coke. I don't know. I feel bad. I still feel about it to this day. 34 years old, still feel bad about it.
Damn.
Feeder fish in the Coke story.
You feel worse for the feeder fish or for Hal?
He was dead. I think he died the second. The second you put a feeder fish in Coke, he dies.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
too much sugar.
I'm not a marine
happens.
biologist, but I think that
I think when
makes
they drink it, I don't think they can survive in Coca-Cola, bro. That shit, like, it'll take rust off of chrome, bro. It'll.
They weren't messing around when they
it'll
made
spit
that.
shine
You know, there used to
Chevy.
be Coke in it, like actual Coke.
Yeah, back in the day. That's why it's cocaine.
Anyways, welcome back to the podcast where we find out if we should do a podcast. I'm your host, Antonio, and today we have my friend Luke.
What up?
I'm still working on the intro, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, me too. Episode 2 will be great.
This is probably episode 2.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. So yeah.
That was episode 1.
It was with Edmon. I think I probably shouldn't say because I don't know the order that I'm gonna post these in, but
Yeah, you're about to get 5 in real quick and then
just sit on them.
yeah, just set up. There you go. Like all your YouTube videos.
No, the YouTube videos haven't done shit in a while. I still have people asking me about my Middle East videos.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, yeah. Just play them. We'll cut to it right now. So this is the podcast where I'm interviewing people to see if we should do a podcast. I'm not really telling you. We've talked about this, but I'm telling the people who are listening who maybe not
May
listening.
also be watching.
Oh yeah, maybe. If you're watching this,
Hit the like button right now.
comment, subscribe. Comment if you think we're doing a good job so far.
My blog, the link is in the bio, right down there.
It'll be Luke's Twitter page. He doesn't use it.
Or my Instagram or my Snapchat. Find me on LinkedIn.
Link me on LinkedIn, please. Look, in all seriousness, if you're watching this, make sure you link Luke on LinkedIn, please. We're dying. So, what was I gonna say? God, I'm so bad at this. Anyways, to start out, I'm gonna ask the same question that I always ask. The past one time.
This is definitely the first time.
This is the first time, every single time. If you're watching, this is the first episode. If you're listening, this is probably the second episode. They're going to be posted in reverse order. So, Luke, what's your experience with podcasts? How do you feel about them?
Personal opinion?
Personal opinion.
You should not do a podcast. There's enough podcasts out there. They got more funding. They got ads. Jump cuts. You don't need to do a podcast.
That's okay.
Honest opinion.
Wow, how unprofessional.
Wow, unprofessional. Don't even.
Cool. Welcome to. See, like this. I should have practiced this. Anyways, welcome to.
What happens when you do it off the cuff, man? Fucks up every time.
I've literally been making notes about this for.
Well, that set the tone.
Did you catch it? All right, so welcome to the podcast about a podcast. It's welcome to the show. It's called Should We Do a Podcast? Today's host is Andrew.
Hey, what's up?
And all we got is that's what we got so far. So Andrew, we're gonna start the show off how we always do. Do you even listen to podcasts?
No. Maybe that's somebody else's baby. I don't know. That's a really good throw, though.
They found a baby. That's a rocket. It's a torpedo. It's a
All
tight
right,
spiral.
Settle down, Drew Brees.
I forgot what I was saying. So babies are. I guess babies are pretty extreme. They go mountain climbing.
Babies go hard. But then again, I also have the question. You ever seen a baby start a bar fight?
I haven't. I've also never not seen a baby start a bar fight.
But then again, you've never seen a baby finish a bar fight, so how tough could they be, right?
All right, welcome back to the podcast. I'm just going to power through. Welcome back to the podcast where I find out if...
Why are you giggling like a schoolgirl?
Because everybody gives me a weird look when I start this, but I just need to power through. Anyways, welcome back to the podcast where I take people and see if we should do a podcast. And I struggle through the intro. Today I have. What would you say your title is?
Excuse me?
Just kidding. Today I have my girlfriend Renee, and we're gonna talk about.
Is that my title?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is
You
it?
tell me. I thought we were just friends.
Ouch. Yes. Gosh. I'm gonna cut this section right here. Cut. You can talk.
I know what you want me to say.
You never shut up. Just talk.
I was talking about politics.
Okay. And cut back in. How many podcasts do you know that go for 5 minutes before they cut to a break?
Bad ones.
That would be. Anyways. Okay, so the topic that I guess we were going to talk about. We don't normally go so ham-fisted into the topic.
Really, we're gonna go for fisted.
Fisted.
That's
We're gonna fist the topic.
I don't want to fist the topic.
We're gonna fist this topic. That's the only way that we can get straight into it.
Ew. I don't like this. Pick me up, Mom. I'm scared.
Fist right into the topic. All right. Honestly, I don't even know how to like get into it because I feel like we have very similar stances about big education. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna get into it. Welcome back to the show. It's called "Should We Do a Podcast?" Today I got
Today we decided we should.
today's guest is my cousin Merrick.
Good to have me here.
Welcome.
Good to be here.
I mean, thanks for having us at your place.
Yeah, right.
If you're watching, you can see the set has changed again. If you're just listening, that's all I got. Sorry.
There you go. Welcome
Just know
to it.
It's just
I told people that the most American you'll feel is probably at a Kid Rock concert listening to Born Free. Like, literally, people are probably fucking Budweiser in one hand, middle finger up in the other,
Bud
just
Heavy
screaming like America.
and a Newport Light.
Yeah. They're just like, fuck yeah. I was born free.
No, wait, what's the other song? No, not Sweet Home Alabama. That's Leonard Skinner. The summer.
Oh, that's a Kid Rock song, but I don't know what the name of it is.
Summertime in northern Michigan.
We were trying funny things. We were smoking
funny. Summer something. I want to say it's summer something. I can't.
All
think.
summer long.
That's
all
what
summer
it
long.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All summer long. Born
I feel like
free.
that's the
Like,
most.
No, those are like the top two most American feeling songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you
just
play those, you got a Budweiser out. I'm consistently sticking to Budweiser. That's the American beer.
Anyways.
Hello, Antonio.
Hello. Welcome. All right. God, I'm so bad at
Have you ever hosted a podcast before?
Yes, but I'm so bad at starting this one. Anyways, welcome back to the show. The show is called Should We Do a Podcast? Today, my guest is ex-professor, still homie, DJ Prof. D. Tony.
Well, to clarify, I am still a professor. I'm just
Yeah.
not your professor.
Yes, my ex-professor.
And I didn't want to do this publicly, but I'm also no longer your homie.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's going to make this awkward.
Is that why you invited me to your office?
Yeah.
Is that why I got called into the
Yeah,
office?
I tell my bad news to people in the office. This is weird. This is funny.
This is super
You
weird.
know.
So how I always start these is asking people's relationship to podcasts. Like,
Oh,
do they
okay.
listen to them? Do they have they been
Sure.
on it? But like, we've done this before. So like, you could explain to the people who
okay.
haven't heard.
Well, okay, I want to answer your question
Yes.
just out of fairness to the routine, but then I will also speak to our special circumstances.
So-
And I actually, it's funny you're asking me this question. One of the reasons I didn't like podcasts was because I'm kind of like a compulsive person.
Yeah.
So the idea of entering into like an arrangement with something that has like hundreds of hours of episodes was like, well, I have to listen to every episode or I'm a monster. You know, I'm a piece of, I'm a turd. Is this a show for children? Can I swear on this?
No, you can swear.
Oh, okay, cool. You know, it's like you're the biggest piece of shit if you don't listen to every episode of a podcast. And they're gonna get into music again.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna become a Patreon supporter of the Star Wars Minute guys. Or I'm gonna, I guess, get into a new podcast.
Bro, so that's what. Actually, I think I have one that you would really like.
What is it?
So it's called the Teacher's Lounge.
Mm.
And
I'm one of those.
literally
A lounge, not a teacher.
You just lounge around.
People relax inside me.
Oh, jeez.
Please delete that comment.
Yeah, that one might get cut. People will be like, well, it skipped right there. Be like, no, you trust us. You don't want to hear it.
Your huge following is gonna like get in your chest on Twitter and be like, dude, there was an error in your episode with Professor DeGennaro.
All 6 people, they're gonna be like, yo, that one's
okay. Wait,
sure.
your parents, my parents.
That's at least nope. That's 2. My parents won't listen.
Oh, yeah, mine probably won't either.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay, I think this is the first one where I'm wearing sweatpants, no shoes.
Real chill.
Super chill. All right, so welcome back to the show. This is Should We Do a Podcast? Today my guest is my cousin Rebecca. Welcome on.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was the first one that I think I did clean.
Awesome.
Normally they're like, so like this. Anyway, no, I'm tripped up already. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. That first part was real short, but as you can, if you're watching this, you'll see that everything kind of changed. We're in a different location. We got a different, sort of a different guest. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandra.
So if you're listening, if you're watching, you'll see Sandra looks exactly like Rebecca.
Really
And she sounds exactly like Rebecca. But Sandra is your alter ego, Rebecca's alter ego. I'm so
Correct.
sorry.
Yes, correct.
So, okay, so tell us, why don't you tell everyone how Sandra came to be? What is Sandra's personality? Because I just know when Hurricane Sandra is coming.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
So Sandra is a little more looser, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe type of thing.
I don't fucking know. You're taking advice from me, you fucking must be desperate.
No, I mean, you're not going to get any GD, which is guaranteed dick, out of any of my answers.
I thought that was goddamn.
So, no, it's actually guaranteed dick. So,
Anyways, so first question is, why are boys afraid of commitment? In Sandra's experience.
Boys, I mean, I feel like when, they like a girl or whatever, and then when it really comes down to it, a girl could turn into a Sandra.
Yeah.
Right? So, at first you kind of maybe start out with a little bit of, kissing and hugging. But when it really comes down to it, it's like, I need you to eat my ass. So guys don't want to do that. They're scared. They're scared because they're going to like it. And I'm telling you this from Sandra's experience. Like, I was like, all right, you know that meme, New Year, New Me.
Yeah, New Year, New Me.
Okay, so
My
Rebecca
my face is hot right now.
It's true. So
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Should We Do a Podcast? Today I got today's guest is the homie Demy.
Hello.
Oh God, this is gonna be trouble.
I'm sweating already.
Here's a question that I want to know.
Dude, fire, please.
Why don't you ever use water bottles?
Oh my gosh, bro. Don't. Yo. Because water bottles are fucking dog shit, dude. Okay? Dude. Okay. Because we live in America, right?
True.
Obviously.
USA.
That's where we are located currently.
Currently.
Dude. Because it costs like less than 1% probably. I don't know. Like somewhere between like 0 and 10% of what you're paying for when you buy a bottle of water is like covers the cost of actually what it actually is.
Okay.
So you're paying for like you could go to a sink and get the same thing. And it's wasteful. Because
non-resourceful.
It's not resourceful because it's wasting a ton of plastic that could be used on other things or just couldn't be used at all because plastic is a product of like oil. So
really,
yeah.
But I've also never seen you carry a water bottle.
Nah, dude.
Are you just not thirsty throughout the day?
Because that's not thirsty.
Because that's what I used to think. I used to be like, I've never seen him. He refuses water bottles.
I don't do like dude. There's always a drinking fountain everywhere. We are fortunate enough to have, especially in this area.
Yeah. Not in
except
Flint.
for some areas.
Not in Flint.
Except for some areas. We can like get good water
Straight out
out
the
of
hose.
a fountain.
Straight out the
And-
hose too.
Yeah, straight out the hose.
Shout out to the hose.
Shout out to the hose.
Shout out to the hose for real.
But you want to talk about you're asking about like splurging, right?
yeah.
You want to know?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I splurged on.
I forgot. Drop one.
Wait, I didn't say anything.
Yeah. You said you know what I. You said you know.
What, did I say it?
Yeah.
Dude. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't think you do. You don't.
Your
You ready?
STI.
Yeah. Yeah.
That cost you a lot of money. Your
That cost me
STI.
a lot of
and you,
money.
And you had to tell a lot of people about your STI.
I had to tell a lot of people. Everybody knows
Drop-
about it. I just said
You said.
I had to tell a lot of people.
You said right before.
So
So your STI cost you a lot of money,
yes.
and elaborate
But
to
it's
the elaborate to
but
the,
it was worth it.
it was worth
one
every,
time.
It was worth every penny.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember you called me when you got the STI.
Yeah.
You said, "Hey, I just did the stupidest thing ever," and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And you pulled up, and you showed off your STI
Yeah. Right there in public. Right there in the open.
right there, right in my driveway.
Yeah.
And then we went. Where were we? We went to. We were on Telegraph, burning it up.
Yeah. Okay, so should we clarify now?
I think we gave all the description we need. Your STI is
Dude,
your car, right?
that thing burns, bro.
Excited?
Oh yeah, very. Let's make it happen.
All right, so we're good. Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is Should We Do a Podcast, the show where I pick my friends and my cousins and have them do a podcast with me. Today, my guest is Collin.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. You can address the camera or address the audience.
What's up, camera? How are you, audience? 2 and 1. You see how it's done? All right.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Excuse that burp. Welcome back from the break, everybody. If you're watching, you'll see that something has changed. Collin, for the people who aren't watching, tell them what's different.
I am not being held against my will. Let me just make that clear. I should be up front and say that I will be undertaking some beer tasting today.
Well,
Just to be clear.
so Collin's blindfolded with a towel because that's all that I had. But Collin, so every episode we do a little segment. So
Yo, you better not give me some baby milk like Logan's baby milk out here. You know, just thought of that.
no,
Don't try it. Like we made the joke earlier about some milk stout. You know that'd be good, but no baby milk. You know.
to start. Anyways, so welcome back to the show.
Hey.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having
The
me.
show called Should We Do a Podcast? Today is my guest.
Yeah, apparently we should.
is the homie Devontae came all the way from the 6 to be here. in the
Canada,
middle of
Toronto.
Campus
here.
Marshes.
Yeah.
All right, so what's up? How you feeling? How you
I'm
feeling?
good, man. I'm with my homies, man. Am I allowed to like? Can I say the N-word on this?
Yeah, whatever you want.
All right.
I'm not
sick.
gonna cut it.
All right.
I'm not editing.
Oh, you're not editing this.
No.
Oh, so I'm with my ninjas out here. You know what I mean? Like niggas. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah. So, oh God. Yeah.
So I bought like a T3i, $500.
Mhm.
I didn't know anything about film. I didn't know anything, like nothing. I had iMovie, like a crappy laptop,
Yeah.
and I just shot it. And I think the cool thing about learning is that once you have a goal in mind, it becomes less about like learning the actual task, but actually getting the thing done.
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, I didn't know I was learning how to video edit. I just thought I was creating a video for
Yeah.
my friends.
Just like something to remember.
Yeah, you know, like when people are like, oh wow, you rode a bike, or like you learned how to skateboard.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later, you know how to skateboard, but you're like, oh, it was really sick because I just had fun doing it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know I was learning. Video is much like that versus like music. Music I found was like really hard for me to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you just see, like that's so sweet to me, because I feel like that's how, like, I was watching a bunch of vlogs on YouTube, and I was just like, that's a great idea, because I guess I would always like take Snapchats or like take pictures of like me and my friends in like middle school, high school, and like thinking about it, I was like, this is, and like the more I think about it now, like everything that's kind of happening now is like, it really, unless it's like a really special situation, like it's only gonna happen once. Like
that's the crazy part, is that like we forget about life, and like there's a lot of things that don't happen again. Like like we take it for granted. But sometimes like when you document and you capture it on photo, people are like, wow, that really happened.
Yeah.
Like we really did that. And I think I only really felt that like heavily, well, 2 times. It was like when I did like the Japan vlogs in Thailand, but also like when I spent my time in the UK. No, that's that'll be weak.
That's way too much lemonade.
Think I'm a loser?
No,
you think I'm a punk? Think I'm a punk bitch? That's so crazy. I thought we were friends.
No,
you're really gonna get at me like that.
No, bro, you're not wearing a cardigan. You're not wearing a cardigan. I know. Chill. I would come at you if you're wearing a cardigan.
That's so crazy. Let me just unbutton the top one.
Oh shit.
All right, here we go.
Show
It's
off the
getting real.
drip.
I'll just show off the turtleneck, you know.
Bro, it's kind of cold out. I kind of wish
I
I
get the chain out, little chain, little baby chain.
with the tiny with the turtleneck and chain.
Yeah,
bro.
Watch yourself.
Let me. Sorry about that.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't have a girlfriend anymore.
No.
I miss her sometimes.
I think that's a good place to take a break.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. So it's been a wild time. It's been a wild tone time. If you're looking, I pointed at my hat. If you're listening, again, I'm sorry. But so this whole idea was, should we do a podcast? 10 different people, 10 sort of different topics. I wanted to see if I could find a host to do a series with, just do a podcast with. This is me auditioning people to be my guest or co-host for a podcast. So after careful consideration of everybody, all the topics we did, the chemistry, I spent hours just looking at like how I played off with people. I really decided that nobody was good enough, and I'm just going to have to keep looking. So I hope you enjoyed this season. Season 2 will be coming. Thanks for listening. I need to work on a sign off, but that's it. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. A Tone Time production.